For every double act that was friendly off stage, there are a lot who hated each other. Morecambe and Wise were famously close, Cannon and Ball not so much. Then there was Steptoe and Son. The actors didn't really hit it off at the start, then things got worse. And after the series ended, they were typecast and stuck together. It was when the two toured a stage show in Australia that the relationship was finished. Harry H. Corbett was so disillusioned with co-star Wilfrid Brambell that he vowed not to work with him again. When Harry was asked if there would be a second tour, he reportedly replied, "Go on a tour with him? I wouldn't get in a taxi with him." Prime Minister Theresa May and Chancellor Philip Hammond during Prime Minister's questions in the House of Commons. Image, PA. It is not quite that bad with our very own rag and bone men, Theresa and Philip. But they don't like each other, and that's been clear for a while. Yet Mr. Hammond could solve a lot of Mrs. May's problems with his budget speech on Monday. The cards have fallen just about right for the Chancellor, who is set to deliver the news that borrowing is £13 billion lower than it was. And the giveaways have already started. The eye-catcher as I write this is £1.5 billion to sort out our town centres. Good popular stuff that has the added bonus of undercutting Labour. Of course, there might be a couple of tax rises, but the emphasis will be on the long term. So it's going to be a kind of almost good news budget. Even better for the PM is the line that will emerge after. Experts will say that all these happy figures are based on a smooth Brexit. All of a sudden, Tory rebels will be presented with a choice. On one hand, you could continue rebelling and insisting on a hard Brexit. On the other, you could end austerity. That won't derail the hardcore, but it's an almost irresistible option for waverers. So this could be the start of a decent run for Mrs. May. I am, by nature, a pessimist, but here is a nightmare outside bet for you. If Mr. Hammond does deliver a good news budget, we could be looking at a general election very soon. Because the Tories will make it look like austerity worked. The bad times are over. They'll also deliver Brexit. Those are two lines that at the moment Labour would find very difficult to counter. Like I say, this is a long shot, an outside bet, and a slim chance. And that is good news. Because a Tory who says, austerity is over, we can breathe again thanks to your sacrifices. Oh, and here's some cash, and that Brexit you were after will be difficult to beat. Of course, we all know the figures presented are too good to be true. But that almost doesn't matter. For months, Labour has been calling for a general election. The problem for them now, they might get one.